Hey guys, it's Brittany. So today's video is going to be a bit more on the serious side. I feel like I kind of need to talk about this since I have made like 3 videos in the past about this specific topic. I don't know if you guys have heard or like watched the news about this, but I did post a link about it on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Brady44. But if you want to see the link, then I will put it in the description below. This is a real story that I am talking about, and for you kids out there, I just want to warn you that viewer discretion is advised, so bear with me on that. So a few days ago, my friend Chanel, hey girl, she sent me a link about these 2 girls. Basically, these 2 girls are very much fascinated with Slender Man. Like, they're obsessed with him, and they tried to brutally murder their friend. They stabbed her 19 times on her legs, her torso, and her arms, and it's so scary. When I was reading it, I got chills. So it all happened last weekend. They invited their friend over. These 2 girls invited their friend over for a sleepover, and they were actually going to kill her that night, but they decided not to kill her because they didn't want to look in her eyes as they were killing her. So they decided to kill her the next morning. So it was like the next morning they went out into the woods to play hide and seek, and then one of them held the girl down, and then the other girl just kept stabbing her 19 times all over. And then they just left her. I guess they thought she was dead, or they just left her to die in the woods. And then the victim, the girl, she crawled out of the woods, and then some man who was riding a bike saw her and then called the police, and then the ambulance came and they took her to the hospital, and she is alive. So that is great news. It's a very scary thing to be reading, especially because these girls are 12 years old. And they told the police that they've been planning to kill their friend since December, which is absolutely terrifying and sickening, and just, oh my god, like, I can't believe, I just can't, I don't understand, I'm speechless. I don't understand why these girls would want to kill their friend. But it's really scary. And you know, that poor girl, like, she's going to come out of the hospital and she's gonna have so many trust issues. She's never gonna like trust anyone ever again. She's gonna be scared to have like a sleepover. She's probably gonna have to go through so much therapy and like counseling, and you know, it's awful for her. She's so young, she's 12 years old, and like, oh my god, it's just terrible. So the 2 girls that tried to kill their friend, they were on creepypasta. They were reading, is it like creepypasta.com? I don't know what it is. I've never really been on the site before, but I know what it is. And they were on there reading about Slender Man, and I guess they just became so fascinated with him, and they got so obsessed with him, and they wanted to live with him. And the whole point of killing their friend was so Slender Man would be impressed by them, and then they would move into Slender Man's mansion in the woods. I don't understand why Slender Man has a mansion. I never heard that he lived in a mansion before, which is just like, what? I've never heard that part of the story. I don't know if these girls just made it up or if that's actually a part of the story. But I just feel like I should make a video about this, since I have made 3 other videos about Slender Man on my channel. And I just want to like put this out there that Slender Man is not real. He is a fictional character that was made up online. He blew up and became this huge popular thing among teenagers, tweens, kids, adults. These 2 girls legit think that he's real, and he's not. And I know in a video that I did a few weeks ago when I was telling you guys the story about Slender Man, I used to really think Slender Man was real. Like, he used to really scare me, and I meant everything I said in that video. But I didn't say that he wasn't real. And I know that I scared some of you guys, some of you who are like 10 years old and under, because I said that Slender Man goes after children who are 10 and under, which is a part of the story, and it's true. But I didn't mean to scare you guys. I was just telling you the story, and I guess I should have told you that he is indeed not real. So I'm just letting you guys know that he is definitely not real, so you don't have to worry. It's a huge issue what's going on with these 2 girls who legit think that he's real, and they took it to a whole new level that I've never heard of before. And the people at Creepypasta website, like they've responded about this, and I think that they're getting some flack about it, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, because you don't hear about anyone else trying to kill their friends so they can live with Slender Man in his big mansion. Like, that's just absurd and it's creepy, and I just hope you guys know, because I know a lot of you who watch me are kids, like you're 14 and under, and like I don't want to preach to you and like sound like I'm your mother or like your teacher or something, but I just like want you guys to know that he's not real, and don't be influenced by what you read online. If you want to see Slender Man, like obviously don't kill your friend. And I'm sure that you guys have a good head on your shoulders, but I just, you know, it's important for kids to understand what's real and what's not real on the internet. And I guess like if you really have some mental problem, like if you feel the need to kill your friend or something like that, you should really get help, because these girls have been planning it since December. The two of them have been planning it, and their family members said there was no red flags and that there was no warning signs, and that they are completely surprised by the act of these two girls. And Creepypasta has been getting some flack from it, which I think is ridiculous, because they didn't do anything. You know, like you've never heard of anyone taking a story, a fictional story, to that extreme. So, you know, it's not their problem, it's these girls' problem. Like, they are psychotic. There's like a rumor going around that they're gonna try to ban all the Slender Man games and like anything to do with Slender Man, which I think again is absolutely ridiculous. Like, you've never heard of anyone else trying to kill their friend to impress Slender Man. And like another thing too, why would you want to impress Slender Man? Why would you want to see him? Like, why? It's just, it's delusional, it's evil, it's sick, it's disgusting. And like, these girls said it themselves, they felt no remorse, so that just shows you right then that they're completely evil. They obviously do not deserve to get out of prison. It's very sad for their families, knowing that their two 12-year-old girls are going to be locked away for 65, 66 years. I was watching footage of one of the fathers of the girls, and oh my god, it was so sad. He was just bawling his eyes out. They were like in complete shock. They said that this was totally out of character, but you know, I don't want to judge, but obviously I'm going to judge because like these girls are psychotic. They tried to take some girls, their friends' life away, which is just disgusting. And another thing with like serial killers and stuff, I don't understand, like especially when they team up, how do they find like their partner in crime? Like with these two girls, like what did they say? They're like online, oh my god, Slender Man, we have to kill someone in order to impress him. So you like, you want to kill this girl tomorrow? I don't get how you do that and how the other person reacts, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure, definitely, I'll be in on that. And I watched so many crime shows, like Criminal Minds is one of my favorite shows ever. I love that show, but I watch like real crime shows like 48 Hours, Hard Evidence. I've watched that on Investigation Discovery. I love that channel, and it's just like I've learned so much about serial killers, and it's just like I don't get it. They're all disgusting and psychotic, obviously. And do you want to know a really creepy fact? Majority of serial killers, or like potential serial killers, they're all born in the month of October. Isn't that like the weirdest thing I've ever heard? I saw that like a couple months ago, and I was like, oh my god, that is so creepy. And like Halloween's like a scary month, so it's really scary if you think about it. It's just a really creepy thing, because, you know, like I'm a fan of the whole Slender Man story. I think it's really interesting, and it's like fun to read about it and to watch like videos about him and stuff. And like, you know, I have a fascination with Slender Man, and these girls also had a fascination with Slender Man. But their fascination was sickening, and they just took it to a totally extreme, different, psychotic, disgusting level. And like you and me, like we are just interested in it. Like, you know, I love paranormal stuff. I love reading about ghost stories. It's just like fun for me, and I love, you know, researching it and just learning about it and just like having fun with it. But it's just knowing that there's people out there who just take it to a different level, and like they want to kill people over it, and you know, it's just scary for me. And I think the one thing that really caught the media's attention in the story is how these two girls were 12-year-old girls. They were young girls. They weren't even teenagers yet. And they committed this crime at such a young age, and just the fact that they could do it without hesitation. Well, I think one of them kind of hesitated, but she was still in on it and she held the victim down. So it's just really scary, and it's just not right. And I hope you guys know, like, Slender Man is not real, and like, if you want to go see him in the woods, he's not going to be there. He's not there. His mansion's not there. Just don't be influenced to do stupid things if you're reading them on the internet. Like I said, I don't want to preach to you guys, but I just want to send like a good message and just tell you guys that Slender Man is not real, and like, you guys are fine. Just have fun with what you're reading online. And just don't be influenced. And like, I doubt, because you guys who I talk to, like, you guys are so amazing and like, you seem like such smart people, but I just felt like I needed to address this. And I had some people ask me for my opinion and if I wanted to do a video about like my feelings towards it, and I was like, you know what, sure, I think it's an issue that needs to be dealt with. I think parents need to monitor what their kids are looking up online, and especially if kids are into horror movies and stuff at such a young age. Like, if you're like obsessed with them, I mean, I know some of my friends are obsessed with horror movies and like slasher movies and stuff like that, but if it's like all you're thinking about, and that's when it's a problem. That's when it's not normal. Like, I love horror movies, but it's not all I think about. And you know, like, if you're constantly thinking about the gore in it and like the murder in it, like, it, you know, it's just not right. And oh man, the story just really like got to me, and it's kind of ruined Slender Man for me. So like, every time I see Slender Man now, I'm just gonna think about these two crazy girls. So I guess that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys, and I want to know what you guys think about this story, and just wow. And by the way, it happened in Wisconsin. I think it was Wisconsin where it happened. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you feel better knowing that Slender Man's not real. If I scared you in my other video, I really am sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And I will leave the story, like the link to the story, in the description below so you guys can check it out if you haven't seen it already. But it's slowly making its way around the internet, and you know, a lot of people are finding out about it, and it's just so like shocking and scary, and just, you know, I just can't believe things like this go on, and some kids out there are just insane. And it's not good. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. All of my links will be in the description below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!